Hey there, Jim Maley here, Mayor in Collingswood. On behalf of Commissioner Lewandowski and Commissioner Leonard, I want to give you a little bit of an update. A few things going on. I want everybody to be aware of it, understand that the borough is working 24/7. Our management team is still speaking once a day. We're having a meeting, more if it's necessary, but I just want to give you an update on some things that are going on. You may have seen that we had a couple reported cases, reported positives in town. We may have them. One of the issues we've been dealing with is notifications of positives between health departments and the police and fire departments. It seems as though some notifications are based purely on zip codes. And so a couple of those positives may not, in fact, be Collingswood, but we're getting confirmation of that. And a great help, which we've finally worked out with the State Attorney General's office. Actually been in contact speaking with the governor, speaking with his aides, our police and fire department, and many others through the state to get clarified that reports of positives from the health department can be transferred to police and fire. There was a lot of concern about HIPAA laws, and we believe we've gotten through all that, and there'll be prompt notifications made for our first responders' safety. So that's been achieved. We do have a couple cases in town. The police and fire are aware of those situations and will take all appropriate steps to make sure they stay safe. That's one of the issues that operationally that we're working on, is how we maintain that ability to keep all of our workers safe. We have a policeman who is under a quarantine. He's a positive. He lives in another town, but because of the exposure he had to other of our police officers, a few of our officers are in quarantine. And so that is affecting our response. I shouldn't say that. It's not affecting our response. It's affecting our work crews. And so it's calling on the rest of our department to pull some extra time and to try to get us through this process. So that, I think, is going to be one of the big issues every town's going to face as this goes along, as we get more and more positives. It's going to affect our workforce. And that's why towns have really been working to deploy their efforts together and combine. We have our borough offices remain open, not to the public, but our people are working inside. So any questions or issues you have about borough matters, you can call in, you can email. If it's absolutely necessary that there's a contact with a person, we can arrange that, but we are trying to do everything short of that personal contact. We hope within a couple weeks, we're going to have a drop box installed, physical drop box installed at the side door of Borough Hall. That'll be installed so that drop-offs can be made, and we can have transmission that way of any documents that you have to get into the borough. For the future, it'll be used for tax payments you'd want to drop off, sewer payments, whatever you want to get into Borough Hall. You want someplace safe, you don't want to mail it, you can put it in this drop box. That'll be coming soon. A lot of people have been asking about when taxes are going to be due. We're waiting for May 1 is the regular date, but we're waiting for the state to move on some authorizations to allow us to extend that. It's not just the borough's call, it's a matter of state law when those taxes are due. The state needs to give us the authority in order to suspend payments. We do that and a lot of times in the summertime payment, August 1, because the state is always late getting us our information for getting bills out. So we're expecting they're going to extend that for at least 30 days. For anybody that needs that help, absolutely. I just would remind you, one of the issues we'll be dealing with is we'll still be paying our police and firemen, and a lot of our borough employees will still be working through that. So we're adjusting our budget. We're looking at put a spending freeze on things. We've do a hiring freeze. We're not bringing anything else in, do anything new, as I'm sure most of you are doing in your home life, just to see where this all shakes out and see when we can expect to come out of this and what we're going to be left with when we come out of this. So we'll have that information out as soon as we can. On the softer side with extensions, for any of you that bought bonus Collingswood cash back at Christmas time, March 31 is the deadline for spending that, but that's been extended for 30 days. So you can keep spending that money. It helps our businesses out, and we encourage you to do that. With respect to the businesses in the downtown, thank you to everyone that's been helping them. There's a new program going to get rolled out next week called Collingswood Connects, where you're going to be able to view online different cooking demonstrations and recipes from our restaurants and demonstrations from some of the other retail stores and information videos that they're in the process of working to get together to get out to everybody. We expect that our Borough Commission meeting will go forward as planned on the first Monday. I think it's the 7th or the 8th. It's the first Monday in April. It'll be being done as a Zoom meeting. We'll get information out on that. As I think I've indicated before, we got some directives from the state of how we can conduct public meetings through electronic mechanisms. We're actually going to experiment with that within the borough family next week, and expect to be ready for a public meeting the first meeting in April, the meeting in April. That's really a little bit of everything of what's going on right now. I urge you to do the census, very important for the long term. While you're home now, grab that form, go sign in, go sign up for the census. Helps Collingswood down the road get federal money, very important. And just a word about this whole quarantine and everything that's going on. There will, as you've heard from everyone, there's going to be an increase in the number of positives. That's a good thing because we're able to find out who actually has it and can quarantine them. Right now, those positives are out walking amongst us and no one knows. They don't know. We don't know. It is a great way to help control this. And know that all of your borough family is working very, very hard to keep our functioning, keep our operations underway, to get to coordinate with other towns in the event things go badly, go even worse than they are, so that we've got some effort that we can continue to provide basic services. Be kind to one another. Check on those people that are that you don't see all the time. Give a phone call. Don't go stop. We encourage all these activities we hear about neighbors coming out at night. Anything you can do to help pass the time, please go right ahead. I think that we should be taking pictures of where we end up doing live videos as I sit here on the floor, because it's a good quiet spot right now as my bride is in a meeting on her computer. So I think I think all of us will get through all this. We'll do it together. We're going to have one heck of a party in Collingswood when we get through all this. We thank you for your words of encouragement that we have gotten. Our hats off especially to our police and fire who are on the front line of this, to all of our residents that are healthcare professionals that are out there helping fight this. We appreciate the work that they are doing. We are trying to put policies in place and do everything we can to make sure that they are as safe as possible under these conditions. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email any of us. You can email me at jmaley, M-A-L-E-Y, at collingswood.com. We're getting back as quick as we possibly can to folks. Don't hesitate to reach out and to help everybody. So thanks. We'll talk to you soon, I hope.